Evening, people. Evening. Oh, here we are. I was just about to say, you know what? The chip is taking the piss. Pardon the pun. And here he is, but it's all dark. Chip, can I add you? I can't even see him. But you know what? I thought we do normally go late, but 15 minutes is taking the piss. So here we are. This is your show. I'm not supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. It's what is it called? The chip and the cheen. One can't put his alarm on, and the other is in Pakistan, in Midfield somewhere in the dark, trying to get internet.
Listen, I don't give a fuck where Gina is. But look, Murphy, listen, this is about Murphy first and foremost. You know, we had this Halloween party and it was so tiring. I got home at 2
Do you
a.m.
celebrate? Do you celebrate Halloween?
Oh, yeah, what don't I celebrate? It's a question of what I don't celebrate. I celebrate everything.
Ramadan.
Ramadan, well, I don't do the fasting, but you know, on the day, yeah, anything for a bite to eat. As if I'll go around my Muslim friend's house for a proper nashta, Diwali, Bandi Chor. I do everything. Basaki, Yom Kippur. I do, you know, Christmas. Come on, Asim. Multicultural.
Did you go out last night? Was it a late
But
one?
no, I didn't drink though.
Judging by your face, it is.
I didn't drink because I was
Was
driving, but I got back at 2 a.m. and this has been a mess, man. So sorry, I apologize.
well. I hope there's not something in that cork.
Asim, I'm slot out.
Oh, you know what? Listen, no. Look,
As of tomorrow,
I can't
by
make my
10
mind up to
p.m.
you.
By
You're a
tomorrow, 10
proper
p.m.
flip flop. You're the
By 10 p.m.
definition
By 10
of a
p.m.
flip
It's
flop.
my show. It's my show. Keep your
Oh yeah, you forgot about
wits
that.
with you. By 10 p.m. tomorrow, if Liverpool have not beaten Villa,
No. You know what? You're just a fake, Avi. Why?
I'm saying on the
Why?
show. I'm saying on
You're a
the
flip
show.
flop.
I'm
You
saying on
said
the
the
show.
same. You said the same. I'm not. This is me. Not. This is not me pushing you towards.
Asim, you're interrupting
Out.
again. You're interrupting again. As of
No,
10 p.m.
because
As of 10 p.m. tomorrow. As of
you're a
10 p.m.
tutor.
tomorrow.
You're a tutor.
As of 10 p.m. As of 10 p.m. tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
As of 10 p.m. tomorrow. If we are not winning tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, and we get a draw, but God forbid, dua karo if we lose, I'm still out. I'm
Okay.
still
Well.
out,
Okay.
guys.
Okay. Hold it.
I'm officially still out. Total eclipse. All those people that said, yeah, you this
Okay.
and that, I will be
No.
totally slot out. No,
You.
Asim, I'm saying to you, Asim today is confirmation. We don't beat Villa tomorrow. Raminal, I'm slot out.
Okay. TK. Listen to this now. Last show, me and you, I really enjoyed it. You said, Asim, if he plays a young, depleted side, I am going to tweet slot out. And guess what? You tweeted.
Asim,
You tweeted.
I feel sorry for him. Guess what I did?
You needed to be there, but you were there. Why? Because you did it, but you didn't really do it. It wasn't Avi like. What you said,
I
what you
said
tweeted,
Nassau. I said Nassau.
Nassau FC. Like I knew what you were doing. You said it, but nobody knows exactly what you're saying.
I feel sorry for him, man. Honestly, I feel sorry for him.
You
I
feel
want it to
sorry
work,
for him,
man.
but you just said you're slot out again.
I don't know why I am. Honestly, I don't know. Because I don't know why I am. I don't know why I am.
Oh my god. Okay, look, joking aside, I, I want to talk because I gave my thoughts.
I think if we lose
There was a
tomorrow,
lot
it's
of
very
talk about
hard.
the team yesterday, Avi.
Asim, if we do not beat Villa tomorrow, his position becomes very,
Okay,
very
okay.
precarious.
We, we,
Very
we'll come
precarious.
to we'll come to the. Am I hosting or are you hosting? I don't know what's happening here.
Asim, all I know is I've got 30 minutes. So jaldi kar.
ठीक है. I want to ask you about the team. There's a lot of discussion
Yeah,
around
I
it.
didn't agree with it. You know, I didn't agree
You
with
didn't
it.
agree with it.
It was awful. It was awful. And look, there's times where you can blood in the youngsters. If we had been on like 5 wins in a row, we were still top of the league. We didn't have the run that we did. Yes, you can put in like a Kieran Morrison to complement a Gakpo on the other side, and you know could have started with Ekitiki. I know he mentioned injuries, but Arne, you need to find some kind of rhythm. This Villa team is they're the second most informed team in England.
But do you think he was stuck between
Villa
a
are the second most informed team in the league.
ठीक है? But do you think with his team selection that day, I'm playing devil's advocate
Awful.
here.
Asim is
Do
awful.
you
All
think?
this Chiesa stuff, Chiesa chance, Chiesa, Federico. He didn't even. He played him with kids, and then he probably thought, okay, that's decided. He didn't
But
score,
Avi,
and it was rubbish. He's not. He's not starting against Villa. No, this is how these minds thinking. These minds working these days. And guys, tell me if I'm stupid, but Arne Slot has made a hash of things in every sense. Whether it's tactical changes, whether it's in his press interviews, it's been an absolute bongi, Asim. Absolutely bongi everywhere. Time and time again, he is throwing. It, this is bad. This is
okay,
bad. This is what happens when a manager is about to get sacked.
okay. My question to you is: do you think he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, where if he went with the depleted side, he wasn't get heavily criticized? If he went with a strong team and got a player one or two injured, he would have got said he's feeling the pressure. He didn't need to play a strong team. You
Go
know what I mean?
go with the weak team, but have a good bench. Have a
That's
strong
where I,
bench.
that's where I was. Yeah.
You're having the likes of whether Lucky, Nialo come on, and look, poor Nialo, 2 games, 2 red cards now. Once against PSV last season and once against this. Like it's not helping anymore. Look, Asim, it's simple. This show will be very short and sweet tonight. Arne must win tomorrow. Forget about this credit in the bank. Forget about Real Madrid round the corner of City. Oh, don't worry, the board will let him see this period through. No, because nothing's changing. The tide has to change tomorrow, guys. Selection, you are my boy. I'm your guy. We're very close, but you can't be this honest Slotting if we do not get a result tomorrow. And I'm not talking about a draw. This bastard needs to win tomorrow, Asim. He needs to win.
But Unks is saying whoever is slot out is just stupid.
Why is it so out?
Huh?
Why is it? Why is
He
it
gets,
out?
he goes, whoever is saying slot out,
If there are legitimate reasons behind the scenes for this form, say it. And then, okay, you know what? We'll say, we'll back off. We'll back off and say, listen, this team needs time. They need this season. It's a write off. Let them go again next season. Do not wash us with these excuses. Oh, we played well. These teams are targeting us. They found a blueprint against Liverpool. How is the manager of Liverpool stature of Arne Slot allowed to say that these teams have found a loophole against us? The likes of Brentford have found a loophole against us by playing direct throws or
yeah.
long balls. United, I said that's such an amateurish thing to say.
Hmm.
We're supposed to be the best. We were the second best team, really, in theory, in Europe last season behind PSG. So how are you telling me, Unks, first 5 games we had won in the league? After that, the run that we're on, how are you telling me that teams have found a blueprint? And he's actually openly saying, "Oh yeah, we've got to figure this out because teams have targeted us in this situation and that situation, and they're getting the rub of the green." I'm sorry, guys, but it's precarious. It's a very, very precarious situation. And all those people saying, "Oh, all the fan channels are lapping it up like AFTV," go and fuck yourself as well. Yeah, go and fuck yourself. This is the truth. We've won 1 out of the last 6. 1 out of the last 6. This is not Liverpool Football Club. Roy Hodgson was sacked for less of that 2-2 Northampton draw. Then he lost to Wolves at home as well. And then he got the sack. Managers have been sacked for less, Asim.
But
Now explain that to me.
can you see Liverpool doing it? He is a manager who
I don't know
came.
how you. Okay, if you lose tomorrow, how do you possibly
But
think that you're
can you
beating?
see
How do
Liverpool
you
doing it?
possibly think you're beating Real Madrid and Man City away?
But can you see Liverpool sacking him? I can't. I think the situation will be really, really, really toxic if he doesn't, because we've been calling it Judgment Week. If he gets, if he loses 2 league games and gets a draw against thingy, Real Madrid, or even
No, that's
gets a
fine.
draw, against
Two,
Villa
two
and
wins and
loses against Madrid, loses against City, it'll be a really, really toxic feeling amongst the fan base. But can you still see Liverpool at when will it be? So mid-November, getting rid of their manager, the one that won them the title
Asim,
last season?
he
I
beats Villa.
personally can't do. I can't see it.
He beats Villa tomorrow. Loses to Madrid. Gets a draw away to City. He's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
He loses tomorrow. He draws tomorrow, loses to Madrid, draws to City. There's a
Wow,
cut. There's a cutoff point.
these guys are saying he walks.
There's a cutoff point. There's a cutoff point. He can't get he can't get two draws and a loss against Madrid. He needs to win one of those three games. He needs to win tomorrow, Asim. I'm sorry. No, no, forget it, guys. Guys in the chat, don't even bother. He needs to win tomorrow. He needs to win tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm acceptance of everything. I've been very patient. We know certain situations, but there needs to be something. There needs to be a change. 1st of November, we need to see some progression of play. What is his thesis? What is his slot 2.0? What is his blueprint? We're not seeing it, guys. Show me that you've seen a pattern of play very similar to the style that he had at Feyenoord that we've seen at Liverpool. We haven't. But with the influx of players this season, we haven't. Last season, maybe we had better control early on in the season in games. Maybe we did see a lot of slots tweaks as you used to do threads on him, Asim. But this season, we haven't managed to. No, I'm not joking. I'm complimenting you here. I'm saying it. This season, we haven't seen anything.
Oh, Atik says a must win tomorrow. No, I agree with that. It's a must win tomorrow. But I'm saying if he loses, Avi, even if he loses against Villa, he loses against Madrid, he loses against Thingy. I would be against the manager. I would say he needs to go. But I can't see Liverpool getting rid of him.
We would be foolish as owners. We would be foolish as sporting directors if we got three losses. If we would be foolish if we let it get to that point. Put it that way. We'd be foolish to even let it get to that situation on the eve of a City game that the manager's still in this position. And unless I'm not hearing a legitimate reason from the horse's mouth to say, listen, this season, guys, and I know what Stephen Warnock said, and I totally respect that, but I need to hear it from a manager. I need to hear from a manager that we're suffering because of this.
What did Stephen Warnock say?
He mentioned about the Diogo situation.
Okay.
Now, listen, you guys are expecting something too fast, this and that. When on the 20th minute, when the Diogo song is being sung, are you telling me that that's not affecting the players? I totally agree with what he said, but I want to hear it from the manager. Because then, you know what, Asim, I'm sorry, that allows me, in a selfish way, to say this season, it's a write-off. I shouldn't have any hope. And I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with slot in. But I want to hear it from him. All this, that the Dubai trips, that he's going on another trip apparently soon, this and that.
No, he's not. You're right.
No,
They're all
no.
fake pictures.
It's stupid, but that narrative is going to keep being played.
Yeah, that narrative is there though.
I'd rather my manager, who I thought was very bold and upfront, excuse the pun, last season, come out and say, guys, we are struggling. We are struggling because of this reason. We are struggling because of what's happened with Diogo. We are struggling. I'd rather him give us almost like a outpour of emotions to say, listen, this season I'm not sure we'll get it right. I rather than if we finish 17th with slot, I'm fine. I'm fine. If we finish above the obviously no, Asim, then I know it's a write-off season. Then I shouldn't have any expectations. Right now, with the signings we've made, with the things that he's saying, with the things that Arne is saying, I'm thinking, okay, there's hope in this season. There's hope this season that, okay, I can still dream about the European Cup. I can still dream about maybe having a late title charge. I rather he just lets me know that, listen, guys, this season, I'd rather he just comes out and says, listen, this season's going to be difficult. If he just says that, I'll back him 100%. Until then,
no, because I know what you're going to say. If Arne Slot comes out and says this year is going to be difficult in a way where he says this is a write-off, you're going to come on here and say that's a loser mentality. I don't want to lead it like that. I don't know. You would. I know you too well.
Asim.
And you'd be right. You'd be right.
No. Asim, and I don't want to be right. With that, if he just says we're struggling because of that Diogo situation, yeah, and I know it's selfish for us to ask for him to come out and say that as well. But we saw Salah. If he just comes out and says that, he has my full support. And I won't say it's a loser mentality because he's used a very sensitive situation to explain to him.
He's said it many times in the press conference before I come to Ben. He said it many times. He goes.
No, he said at the beginning of the season he had a statement now.
No, he said it a couple of times during the press conferences. Van Dijk has said it as well. Van Dijk has said it. He goes, something really, I don't know what exact word he used. Something tragic happened in the summer. I'm sure he did. But Scott has mentioned it a couple of times as well. So, look, At the end of the day, the professionals as well. There's players there are finding it hard, but those structural deficiencies on and off the ball. Look, with all due respect, that's got nothing to do with Jota. That's with the manager.
But
Anyway,
Asim,
Ben, let's go to Ben. Ben, we
Good
weren't
evening.
what's going on? We weren't expecting you today, but all
No,
the
I thought you were supposed to go at 9:30, or I just let the cat out the bag that you delayed a little bit.
Ben,
Oh,
Ben,
sorry.
basically, Ben, you've been in the group chats. You've seen my messages. I'm at a point. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. What to think? Tomorrow, I've just said it's a must win. It has to be a must win tomorrow for me, Ben. Give me some
It's
hope.
100% a must
Give me
win
some
tomorrow.
hope. Give me some
No
hope.
doubt about it. The only justification for that shambolic team selection on Wednesday, in which I was sat in the stands laughing my head off at the first 10 rows below me getting absolutely drenched.
Ooh.
And that was
Where
the
were
only
you
that
in,
was the only bit of,
Were you in the King
I was
Kenny?
in the upper King Kenny, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that the only pleasure I had of the evening was watching the poor first 10 rows getting absolutely shat on. It was funny, but it was sad at the same time.
Avi,
But
what
you
are you
know
doing?
what?
He's scratching your balls or something.
No, man, I'm scratching my feet. You know, I got bit by a spider. It's
Oh,
one of those.
no.
It's a Black Widow spider too, bastard.
Aren't they supposed to kill you?
No. Black Widow aren't too bad.
You haven't been like shooting webs, have you, or nothing?
Oh, Ben, you know, I'm in a bad place. I'm in a very, very
Oh my
bad
God.
place.
You went out last night, Ben.
I've seen your
Kaja,
Instagram, mate. You're living the dream.
Kaja. Oh no, I was dressed up as I don't know. I was supposed to be dressed up as the Rock, but people said you looked like someone out of the Shield. So yeah.
You are living the dream, you mate.
No.
Flipping heck, honestly, living the dream. But yeah, going back to the Reds, that team on Wednesday, the only justification for it, is that we absolutely not even like get a 1-0 win on tomorrow night. That we go into there with all hell and fire, guns blazing. Because if they don't turn up tomorrow night and run like they've never ran before, then we are in serious trouble. Because there's no hiding place now. Like I just heard the last few minutes before I come on about Slot, and it is a dilemma. But I'm with Asim on it. There's no way that they're sacking him. There's no way that they're sacking him because it's not a Liverpool thing for a start. We just don't do that. And my biggest thing is, if you sack him and bring in anyone from Sam Allardyce to Fabregas to flipping Pep Guardiola, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to make Isak be fit. It's not going to make Wirtz adapt to the Premier League. It's not going to make Kerkez remember how to pass a ball. It doesn't make the manager really, in certain situations, he's got a lot to answer for and he's got to get better at that. But then there's other situations where there's not a lot he can do. And I think, and we've said it already, that Edwards and Hughes has got to take just as much responsibility for this situation as what Slot is, because we're also saying that Slot's not the manager, he's the head coach. So he's just dealing with what he's got to deal with. And, you know, he has got to get the best out the players without a shadow of a doubt. And he's got to find a system that works. But if the players aren't fit, which has been clearly the situation this season, Frimpong's had an immaculate injury record for the last 3 years, comes to us with snapped hamstrings, hasn't been fit all season. Bradley similar. McAllister fell off a cliff. You know, none of these things the manager can do anything about. You know, he basically said in the press conference this morning that everybody was fit last season and everything, and the garden was rosy. And this season they've got injuries left, right, and centre, and they've had no rhythm.
Ben, do you think
great managers supposed to navigate through that, though, Ben?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Ben, do you think the manager threw his first jab
Sorry.
at his bosses this week, last weekend, not last weekend, in midweek, when he was talking about the bench at City, the bench at Chelsea, the bench at Arsenal, and he said, "Look, we just don't have those. We signed a lot of players, we just don't have the depth." And he's mentioned it every time. Every time he's been asked the question about the likes of Isak and Ekitike and Wirtz, the first thing that he's been saying to the journalists in that press conference room is, "We sold a lot of players as well." And you kind of tell, you know, the way he's saying it, the way he's been talking about it all summer, that was the most he was going to say, that he kind of didn't like the amount of players that he sold, especially when it came to someone like Diaz. Which manager would like to get rid of Diaz? And I know Ekatike came through the door and Isak came through the door. At the end of the day, he lost his main winger. I think he lost his best winger. And you can patch it up as much as you want and say, we've got Rio. But at the end of the day, he was a 16-year-old kid when Diaz went. So do you think he threw his first jab at his bosses in midweek?
I think the jab came exactly that. It was definitely a jab to his bosses, but I think it wasn't a malicious jab.
Yeah,
I think it was a pressure jab. I think he's not used to. He's never lost 4 games in his career. He's at one of the biggest clubs in the world. He's getting it from all angles. He's pretty much had a clear run in management so far. He's been immaculate and been impeccable. And when you're under pressure and when people are coming at you from all angles, I know full well now, being on this channel for a couple of months, that when people come at you from all angles, you react and you sometimes say stuff that, you know, maybe you regret further down the line. And he more or less retracted that in the press conference this morning, by saying that, you know, he's completely happy with his squad. He's just frustrated that he hasn't got what's called, if people are injured, then he's down to, you know, only a handful of numbers. But he did say, I only like working with a 20-man squad, and that's the way that it is. But the problem is, if you've got 4 or 5 players injured in this league at this level, then you're struggling. And that's why he done, you know, what he did last season and pretty much played the same 11 most games, because he got the fluency and he got the momentum going. And it's hard to do it when you're getting loads of injuries, isn't it?
Let's go to tomorrow then, Avi. We've briefly talked about it. Aston Villa have turned their form around, some big wins, Tottenham away from home, Manchester City at home last week. And I watched that game. It's the first time I saw Villa, so I don't know how bad they were when they were really bad. I don't know how they looked. They looked pretty decent to me. City looked all right at the start. Then Villa, I think, started dominating the first half and got that goal as well through a set piece. But Kamara and Onana looked really, really good for me in midfield. And we've been talking about a lack of physicality. We've got a battle against them too, and the rest of Villa as well.
Yeah, then you got the Scottish McGinn, you know, who runs forever, who's a great engine on him.
McGinn,
Morgan Rogers, who's a brilliant, talented footballer, you know, technically very good, takes a player on at ease, physical as well. And then they've been playing like Buendia, haven't they?
Didn't he get injured last game?
Who gets in and out of the team. He started against City. I think he came off.
I think he went off, yeah.
He went off. But he comes and does a job for them. And then the defense has always been good. You know, Pau Torres, Dignia, Konsa, who's England.
Matty Cash flying.
Matty Cash, you know, forever present.
Scores the winner last week, doesn't he?
So they've got a good team. And then Martinez is a good goalkeeper as well. You know, he's a big, huge personality for them. So they're a very well drilled team. We've been to, we've had a few issues. We've had a few problems when we come across an Emery team. But tomorrow, Asim, look, my focus is on Liverpool. I don't care what Villa put out tomorrow. Yes, you know, they've got players that can change the game from the bench, Daniel Marlin and whatnot. But tomorrow, it's all about our body language from minute one. It's all about what we're bringing. It's all about our appetite on the pitch tomorrow. And he's got to go with his best team. And how that looks like, we can go into it now. Whoever's available, he needs to make sure that he picks a 11 that beats Villa. That's all he has to do.
Some quotations coming out of the press conference via the embargo section, Avi. And funnily enough, it was something that we were discussing literally 5 minutes ago. Slot insists he returns a full backing from FSG hierarchy. For me, they say similar things. I speak mainly to Richard and once in a while to the others, Edwards and FSG. They also see similar things as what I see. For me, the conversation hasn't changed a lot. We always talk about the game, and it's always nicer to talk about the game if you have won than if you have lost. In general, I don't think our issue is that we don't concede too many chances. I don't think our issue is that we concede too many chances. Our issue is we don't score the chances we create. Balls go in, so we concede a lot of goals. But that is something else. Do we concede a lot of chances? Question mark. Thoughts?
You can go, Ben.
You know what? There's a lot of quotes going around, and there's a lot of chat about, has he lost the plot? Is he a fraud? Did he get lucky last season? And momentum. I know we say it, and I know we say, oh, it's about possession and it's about link up play and it's about this and that and the other. But there is a simplicity to football as well that we have to remember, that momentum is a huge thing. And funnily enough, Aston Villa are a perfect example in the fact the first few games this season, it was all Emery out. They're finished. They're an absolute
He was on the
joke.
verge of sack. He was on the verge of
Yeah,
his position.
and they were awful the first few games of the season. Didn't get beat by Nottingham Forest or something like 3-0 or something. They were absolutely awful. And what's called United are another perfect example.
Yeah.
Everybody's been calling for Amarin out for the last however many weeks and weeks. And all of a sudden, I heard somebody on the radio before say, are United now Arsenal's biggest challenges for the league? And I nearly crashed. And it was like,
no one would have much uttered no.
And now they're brilliant. And it's like momentum's huge in football. It really is.
Asim, if Amarim had got sacked after Grimsby, all their channels, they would have agreed with it. All their big YouTube channel, the subscribers, big United accounts, who were saying Amarim's out, Amarim this, Amarim that, I want this manager gone, find me in the car park, friends of big influencers who said that the Liverpool towns are doing the same thing. Amarim would have been out and no one would have uttered a word. No United fan out there would have said, you know what? No, that was the wrong decision. He didn't get a chance because he's had ample chances. He should have been sacked after the Europa League after losing to Spurs, to be honest. Right? Gets the season, loses to Man City away 3-0, gets battered, loses to Arsenal at home, and they said they're supposed to win. They lose to Grimsby, they wouldn't have said anything. So you know what? As of now, I'm back in. Slot back in.
Thanks very much for joining, everyone, and that's good night. All the best. To see you tomorrow.
I think it's that card.
I'm backing my man. I'm backing my man.
No. You know what? No, honestly,
I'm backing my
not
man.
being funny. Maybe I'm the naive one, but I just think any manager who wins us the Premier League at the very least deserves one season after, regardless of the fact that the tragedy that happened in the summer, which we can say is taken as one way or the other. We can use it as an excuse. We can use it as a justification. But I just think when you've only won 2 league titles in 30 years, the person who wins you one of them deserves one season at least. One season at least to sort it out. And people are like, oh, we're going to lose the next 20. We're not, because we've got so many good players. And I know we've lost what we've lost, but we could have won some of those games as well. And people are saying, oh, we could have lost some of the games at the beginning of the season. But that's the fine lines of the Premier League. That is the fine lines of the Premier League. We haven't been battered once. We got battered on Wednesday, but that's because we played a ridiculous team. But every other game has been really tight. I just think you can get 1 or 2 results. If we go and win tomorrow night and then find a way to get a result on Wednesday, we go into Man City and roll the dice and it's 50-50. We could win the next 3. We could win the next 3. Or all of a sudden, international break, reset, get a couple of players back again, and we're off and running. So it's like, my one ask is anyone who's lucky enough to be going tomorrow night is get behind the manager and get behind the team no matter what. Because the atmosphere is great on Wednesday.
Something does have to. Momentum's a great thing, like Ben mentions, but something has to change in terms of our play. Asim, something has to change. If we think we can go face to face with Villa with what we've produced so far, they'll give us a good hiding. Unfortunately, there has to be a change in tact tomorrow from Slot, from Giovan Broncos, from all the other coaches behind him who've got their little iPads out and all these little stylus pens out doing little things on their screens. They've got to do something out of the norm tomorrow. Not too much out of the norm that you completely throw away what your beliefs are, but we need to see something from the players tomorrow.
Well, we could have exactly the same shape, the same formation, get a corner in the first 5 minutes and Virgil pop up and knock one in. Yeah. The crowd's up and momentum comes and everybody's filled with with positivity, and we're 3-0 up at half time. Confidence is a huge thing, isn't it, in football? And momentum's a huge thing. And tactics are obviously key. And you do get found out over a period of time. But sometimes you just feel like you just need the proverbial one to go in off someone's backside sort of feeling. And it feels like that a little at the moment.
I do want to say something that Van Dijk came out with today. When people think
Maybe
that
I am deluded.
they've lost the dressing room, Van Dijk said this: "I can assure you that everyone in this dressing room understands the challenges facing us, and that we are all working as hard as we possibly can to turn things around. None of us like what is happening, but believe me when I say I have full confidence in the quality and the character of this team. I see the work that's being put on a daily basis and the ability of our players, but now we have to go out there and show it on the pitch. Everyone, myself included, has to stand up and be counted." So they're in it together. This continuity, they are a group of players, and the manager included, that are, the foundations are still solid collectively. You know,
Yeah,
we
but you
can't.
know what? If I'm really honest, what I don't want to see from Van Dijk is him constantly having to go at Kirkes. I'm not Kirkes' biggest fan, but I think he's begging it for a bit. That's not me. That's not me looking at a guy who's my leader, who's been my leader for not just when he's been wearing the captain's armband around his arm, but I've not been liking the way that he's been talking to and communicating to Kirkes. I think he's trying to find a scapegoat in this team in terms on the pitch. Sometimes it's not even been his fault, and he's just been begging it. So Van Dijk needs to shut the fuck up for a second, start making sure he focuses on his own performances, get it right, lead by example. We know the leader that you are. Do your talking on the pitch, and then start communicating with the fans.
Because he
I've
never
been
says a
listening.
word to Canate, does he?
Yeah,
Canate was awful through games. He
honestly,
never
I've been listening
slaughters
to
him.
these sort of quotations for the last 5-6 weeks. Nothing's changed.
Don't mention Kanate's name on this.
Talking needs to start on the pitch tomorrow. The crowd will be up. Make no mistake about it. But I've been calling about Liverpool. Slot has been trying to play with control, but you just have to let your team go. If there's no structure and we're struggling to, we know there's a personnel problem. You sometimes need to compensate that and use the crowd and use the stadium. At the moment, I don't feel like we're doing that, and it hasn't helped. He's right. We played a million away games in the last 2 months or so. It has felt like, apart from the United game, I think the last game before that mattered was Everton, and it feels like we played Everton about 10 years ago. But I think
and we were great that first half as well, weren't we?
Yeah.
We have to make sure we put it on Aston Villa tomorrow. We have to make
100%.
sure we come out for the first 20 minutes and Aston Villa don't know what's hit them. And if you can get a goal, or two, then brilliant. If you need to control the game in different ways, then so be it, and hit them on the counter attack. We need, you're right, Avi. We do need to see something different. I've been calling for something radical. If it's not on the pitch, it's on paper, and hopefully it reflects in our performances. But I think, there's too much talking from the manager and there's too much talking from the players at the moment. Put your head down, put your social media accounts. We don't need to hear this every week. Go out and show the good players that we know you are.
Yeah, and you've got no excuses because you've all had a week to prepare, haven't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do our first 11 tomorrow, sir.
First 11. Okay, as ever, I need to clarify how we're doing it. What we want, or how we think the manager is gonna go.
How we think Slot's gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll start.
Slot's gonna go.
Big lad in there between the sticks. We all agree with that.
Woodman.
Right back. Does Ramsey get a game?
I tell you what, I like the switch of plays from Ramsey.
Played well, Ramsey, on Wednesday. Played well, looked good.
He didn't do bad. I'm surprised. He's been Wigan, Kilmarnock. Nothing really went for him on the loans.
Bit lightweight, but he's got a nice touch. He's got a nice little touch, composed and confident on the ball. Yeah, but yeah, I'm fairly confident Bradley will start right back.
Okay, Bradley right back. Yeah,
I think so.
Shout for Gomez, have you been calling for his name for a while?
No.
Mark Khan thinks he'll start Soba right back. But Jones is out, isn't he? So I don't know. Kanate, Van Dijk, boys. Who's your left back?
What are you going
to think? You should think Ramsey. Bradley at right back as well.
I think he will go with Bradley. Why are you looking at me like that for, Avi?
I don't think he goes with Bradley right back tomorrow.
Ooh, why are you looking at the comments for? So he starts looking down.
I think we may see Ramsey again at right back tomorrow.
Ramsey.
Oh, Ramsey.
The switch of plays, man. He did something that Bradley and Frimpong haven't been able to do.
How many minutes did Ramsey get that night?
70.
Played about 80.
Avi?
And he was tired when he come off. He was shattered.
He was
Oh,
shattered.
come on, Ben. That's expected, isn't it? Come on.
No, exactly. That's what makes me think there's no chance on planet Earth. He plays Saturday night in a game that the manager has basically got to win.
So 2 against 1.
That would be
Let's
radical.
Let's go with Bradley. Let's go with Bradley.
Bradley. Left back, boys. This is interesting.
Kirk is.
You've
It's
got
not
a
interesting.
super chat that would be worth throwing up for that.
Okay. Super chat. Big up, Muhammad. Our very own evening Robo for Kirkes. Otherwise, Polijao. Big up, Muhammad. Thank you so much for sending that through. He wants Robo. Do you want Robo, Avi?
No, I want Kirkis. Kirkis is my guy. I'm not going to go against him. I know he's going to come good. I know he's going to be.
Do you think Slot's gonna? Because you got a good case for thinking Slot's gonna go over him because
Slot has to go with Kirkis.
Okay. Ben, who do you want and who do you think the manager is gonna go with?
The answer's the same as who I want and who I think the manager will go with. 1000% he will start Robbo. Because he needs experience. He needs somebody who's in a bit of form compared to Kirkes. I watched Kirkes on Wednesday in the flesh, and oh my word, he is completely and utterly shot to pieces confidence-wise. He looked like a lost little boy to the point where it was like it was all too much for him. It's just not happening for him at all. He needs to be pulled out, and the team needs to start getting some balance and some stability again before he starts using. I agree with Avi. I think he's got loads of potential. He wouldn't have bought him if he didn't think that. But at right this moment, it's just not the right time for him. And I would go Robertson all day long.
But who do you think the manager is gonna go with?
He's going Robbo.
I think he'll do what he has to do and play Robbo.
I agree with Ben. I think he'll go Robbo. So we have our back four.
Right now, the form that they're in, Bradley and Robbo as fullbacks is shocking.
Yeah, but who else are you going to put in?
Kirkes and Bradley is even worse, isn't it?
No, I'm just generalizing. No, even you can put Kirkes in that argument as well, and Frimpong when he's fit. Those four fullbacks, it's a bad situation. That not one of them has shown.
They're all out of form, aren't they? Really? I'd say Robbo's probably the one who's in the best form. I don't think I've seen him had a bad game, really.
Oh, no,
apart from obviously,
Ben. He's been at 4
compared to. Yeah, no, he obviously he made the mistake in Frankfurt, didn't he, for their goal? Or not mistake, but I mean he didn't close him that tight. But I thought he's generally been okay in terms of like steady. But you need leaders, you need characters, you need men at this moment in time to stand up and be counted. And I just feel like Robertson's your man from that perspective. You know, he knows what it's all about. He spoke so well after the game last week. He's like, the only way we're getting out of this is to work harder and harder and harder. And he said, it's happened to me 3 or 4 times in my 8-year career at Liverpool where we've had slumps like this. And the only way you fix it is by getting through it and working harder and staying together. It just makes sense for me to play him.
Okay. In midfield, late fitness test for Ryan Gravenberch. Do you see him starting tomorrow, Ben?
Yes.
Avi?
Yep.
Ooh. So who starts at 6? Jones is out.
Will be Gravenberch, Sobo, Wirtz.
Gravenberch, Sobo,
Wirtz.
and Wirtz. We'll do the midfield together then, Ben. Who's your midfield?
Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister.
Oh, fucking McAllister. He's fucking dirty. Yeah. Did you see him on Wednesday? It was awful, Ben. You were there in the game. You were there at the game.
Took him off. I know I was, yeah. And I'm not saying I would start him, but we're talking about what slot we'll pick. And he needs his characters, and he needs his leaders, and he needs his big players. And he took him off after 70 minutes, and that to me said he's starting on Saturday. And he was running all over the pitch, to be fair to him. Tried his best, but that's it. That's who I'm thinking he's going with.
What if that was McAllister running all over the pitch? then I want to see when he's shit.
I know, but I don't.
I
I
can't
just
see
don't
Wirtz
think
being
he.
dropped. I can't see Wirtz being.
No, I don't
unless
think he'll be dropped either.
on the
I
left.
think he'll be in the
Okay,
front three.
Ooh, he's dropping Gakpo.
I never said that. I just said he'll be in the front three.
But where's Wilson going to play instead of Salah or instead of Ekatike?
No, I do think he'll play instead of Gakpo.
Wow. Come on, Ben.
I think it'll be Salah and Ekatike up front, and Wirtz behind him.
At home.
Yeah. I just don't see how he can play Wirtz in a midfield three at this moment in time, because he's just too lightweight. He doesn't carry enough presence off the ball, and you need presence off the ball. And Villa are full of runners. And people just are walking past Wirtz off the ball at the moment. I think he gives you so much on the ball, and hopefully we're on the front foot and he can create and get a bit of confidence. But off the ball, I just think you need that stability. So Jones, if it was Jones was fit, I'd play Jones, but he's not. So therefore, it's got to be Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch for me. And then I think,
go on.
Sorry, no, I think he's going to go with. Well, it'll be Wirtz off the left. That's what I think he'll have to do.
I'm going to go with my front three as Salah, Ekatike, and Gakpo.
Same.
My midfield, what I think he's going to go with, is Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, of course, and McAllister. I think Florian Wirtz is going to start from the bench. Would you agree with that?
That signing's been shocking then.
What?
The ideology behind that signing doesn't make any sense. And that begs the question, and you can tell me that Slot presented a presentation to him and all this bullshit, but it seems as if that's all been BS. There is no way Florian Wirtz now on the 1st of November should be starting on the bench or should be on the bench. It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy to me that this football club spent 115 million on Florian Wirtz.
I wouldn't agree with it.
Big game. Another big game.
I wouldn't agree with it.
That's why I'm saying he's playing in the front three. But that's just
another big game where he's going to be playing. Well, where he's going to be watching from the bench.
Surely he gets hammered if Wirtz doesn't start.
That signing day every day now, as the days goes on, and no assists being registered in the PL, and no, he's not scored any goals in the PL either, or in any competition for that matter. It's beginning to look like a shocking signing. A signing that we may regret. I'm sorry, guys. That's how it's looking at the moment.
Oh, at the moment, yeah, but it won't be a signing that we regret. Not for me. I think he'd be absolutely brilliant in time.
I agree with it.
I'd be amazed he'll get started on Saturday.
But Avi, do you see? I can see it. You know, Ben mentioned a good point. And McAllister came off. If he wasn't gonna start,
he was fucking shit on Wednesday.
Come off the same time as Robertson as well.
He's been shite for the beginning of the season. I've been saying McAllister's not a Liverpool. If Liverpool want to be big time players in big time competitions, McAllister is nowhere near that 11. Believe you me, I've been saying this from day one, from the beginning of the season. McAllister's time at Liverpool, it's been justified. He's given us the big one. He's delivered us Premier League title. He's had his stint at Liverpool Football Club, and slowly now, big accounts have started to turn as well a little bit. Started to turn the screw and saying, yeah, maybe it's time for McAllister to go elsewhere. Spain, football in Spain suits McAllister to a T. He will not be a Liverpool player. If you want to win big things, and in that midfield area, he hasn't got the PMP.
I'd be shocked if he doesn't start Wirtz. I'd be genuinely shocked.
And if we lose tomorrow or draw tomorrow,
that would be on Slot, I think.
And if we draw tomorrow or lose tomorrow, all this, no, the owners won't sack him, this and that. Guys, just
he's had a week off. He's had a week off. There's no way he doesn't start Wirtz tomorrow at home against a team that's not, it's obviously physical because they're all physical.
You're coming across
not as physical as like a
Boubacar Kamara, McGinn. Physical players, but
Rodgers.
above all, they're fucking right. There you go.
So yeah, I know, but if he
But
drops,
McAllister's like
Wirtz,
Bambi on ice at the moment, isn't he?
I know, but don't you think he'll want it to shore it up a bit? Because he's
Shore
done
it
the
up with
same.
what?
He's done
What
the
are we
same.
shoring
I
it
don't
up
agree
with?
with it. I won't agree with it, and I wouldn't agree with it if it happens tomorrow, Avi. But he's done the same against Chelsea, against United, and who else? There's one another team.
Mark,
Can't remember now.
there's no disagreement here. I'm not saying that Macro is not a class player. He is a class player, not world class. He's class. He's been Argentina World Cup winner, everything. But for Liverpool to win big trophies, big trophies, and all this once McAllister gets in tune again, he'll have more control. It's not happening at Liverpool Football Club. I'm sorry, it won't happen. I'll promise you, he'll be gone next summer.
Wow.
If Wirtz does not start tomorrow, Asim,
Yeah.
I might not even watch the game.
I thought you were going to be slot out for the third time during the show.
For the first time in my life, I may just because
No, don't say that. You have to watch him, Avi. Come on.
Yeah, I've got to give this little big up here, guys. This is me pops.
Ah, yes, yes.
This is
Tony Mullane. That's not the most dashing photo, that, Dad. I'm afraid you might need to work on that photo. But he's saying 5 in midfield, flipping heck. If we throw 5 in midfield, and what?
Daddy Mullane. That's the only second time we've given someone on the show me and Asim a full salute. Very few people get that. So, Daddy Mullane, thank you for tuning in. And
get your hands in your pockets and get a super chat in there.
Your son's done you proud. Your son's done you proud, man.
100%.
Dear me. So we go on the traditional front or the expected front three then. Gakpo, Ekatike, and Salah.
Yeah. Guys, 1 minute. Asim, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay. Take it.
Guys, tomorrow we're winning. Slot in. Come on, boys. Come on.
Prediction.
3-1. We're winning.
Slot out or slot in?
Slot in. 100% always. In now, in then, in forever. Bye, guys.
You sacked 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Wait, he's
not a hero.
No, he's not gonna.
You better mute him quick.
Let me remove him, man.
Kick him out before he says something that gets us banned. Dear me.
By the way, people think I'm basing it on information. I'm not. It's just pure opinion. You got me thinking as well about McAllister coming off. But Wirtz, Unks had a point as well. Wirtz was rested. Was rested.
That's my only logic for the 3 in midfield and Wirtz in the front 3, because it's like play your best players, but obviously he's not playing very well at all, McAllister. I don't think there would be an issue if Jones was fit, but because he basically ruled that Jones out, didn't he? Said 99.9% that Isak and Jones won't be available. So that's it. That's all the only option. And you're assuming we're all assuming that Gravenberch is definitely starting.
Yeah,
he's still like possibly 50. So who else have you got? What are you gonna do? Play Endo? I imagine if Endo started.
If Gravenberch doesn't make it, and how does that midfield look then? McAllister
He's got to play Wirtz in the 3.
I know.
And McAllister will have to play the 6 with Szoboszlai.
Exactly.
Or he might have to play Endo.
Well, then that's really lightweight against Onana.
Massively.
Kamara, you've got Wirtz and McAllister.
I don't know who else you could play. There's literally nobody else, is there?
Can't see it. But I think Gravenberch will make it tomorrow. He trained yesterday, probably trained today as well.
Yeah, he's given it the big one as well on his socials and stuff. So I think he'll be involved, to be honest. He probably would have been available on Wednesday, but they've held him back and thought we need him for Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. Predictions, Ben?
I think McAllister's got to play. Predictions. I think I'm probably with Avi. 3-1 feels like it's possible. Yeah. That's the scoreline. I think. I just hope it's not 1-0 to them.
I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be 3-2 to us.
3-2 to the Reds.
Yeah, I think
I'd take that. Any win at this moment in time, you just want some sort of platform to build on, don't you?
Yeah, I think
any goodwill.
Yeah, McGinn always has a decent game against us. Like I said, Onana really impressed me. Kamara really impressed me against City, and they were playing out through the press. And the thing with Villa is they're going to come, they're going to play that 4-4-2. They're going to give us a chance. And look, I always mention that ball from right back is we do catch him with that high line so many times where it's the ball over the top and Salah's in. We miss that ball, especially
Massively against
a team
Villa.
like Villa. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think Liverpool have to make sure take the game. They might catch us on the break a few times. Watkins is always a headache and a nuisance for our centre back. He's always dangerous. He's not the greatest finishers, but he's always there or thereabouts, making a nuisance of himself.
I think Rodgers is the danger man for us tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see. It's funny, isn't it? The chat all night is like, "Oh, slot out. We're awful. We're terrible." And then when we come to predictions, everyone says we're going to win.
Let me see a few more predictions. Chat. Let me hear. 2-0. I can't see who's keeping a clean sheet. I just can't. 2-1. Yeah, I can see. What you just said. Don't ask who to. 2-0 to us. 3-1 to Slots Reds, of course, with selection. 2-1 Villa. Ooh. 3-1 Villa. 1-1 from Rehan. Bob 4-0. Bob is having a nice Friday night. He's having something. We get beat by 1-0. Or beat 1-0 by a set piece.
It's the performance as well, isn't it? Now it's like they've got to come with the fire and the fury, and like that they're still fighting for the manager and fighting for the team. If it's some sort of limp display after a week off, then there's going to have to be serious questions.
No, I take a 1-0 where we limp to victory.
100%
We can't
at this point.
We can't complain if it's that sort of victory.
We're not just going to snap into great form, are we?
Yeah,
we've got to build.
We have to accept it. We cannot turn our nose to a victory, Ben.
Any results? Yeah. What? Who? Arsenal go away tomorrow, aren't they? Who they go?
Away to Burnley.
Oh, Burnley, yeah.
Yeah, away to Burnley.
They're after us, aren't they? That'll be interesting. Shouldn't be a problem for them. There's a super chat there, mate.
How they're after us?
Are they Sunday afternoon?
Are they Sunday afternoon?
Saturday? Oh, I thought they were Sunday after. Are they Saturday? Are they?
I don't know. I thought it was Saturday. Let me see.
Forget about Arsenal. Yeah, you're probably right, mate, to be honest. But, we've got to keep believing. Superb super chat there from Stefan. 6 months membership. Very, very kind.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stefan. Play Gomez on the left, Szoboszlai on right back, invert Szoboszlai from right back, Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, Gakpo, Salah, and Ekitike.
Not the worst idea, to be fair.
How would that midfield look then? With Gravenberch, McAllister, and Wirtz? It just, I find, even though Szoboszlai is coming from the right back position, inverting, I just worry about, especially with a top side like Villa, who've got players like Onana and Kamara midfield. It's a bit too lightweight, that midfield of Maka and Wirtz.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah,
That's
it is.
I don't mind if I see... No, because I've been talking about McAllister in the left-sided midfield role, even Wirtz out wide. And then, again, McAllister... I can see a future, Ben, next season, if we're going to believe the reports about McAllister, Real Madrid, and his head's elsewhere at the moment. And the speculation won't end. Let's be honest. What I would see is Liverpool may look at a more physical approach, a more natural DM. Someone like Wharton, who
100%.
needs to improve his fitness and injury concerns, I must say.
Yeah, or a Baleba.
But I want to see Baleba develop into a natural 6.
Yeah, he's a bit erratic at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything
raw.
at the moment. A bit of raw, really raw, really good, really dynamic.
Yeah,
but I think there's a lot of traits where he wants to be box to box as well. With Wharton, you can let Gravenberch go a bit. And the good thing about Gravenberch is he can get across. He can get across. And that is what's really struggling because we've lost Diaz. Diaz, the amount of protection that he provided for McAllister. We talk about these little connections where Trent has missed. Kanate is going to be missing or has been missing Trent massively from right back and right-sided centre-back positions. Salah has missed Sobo from the number 10 position, shuttling across, protecting him. But McAllister has been missing Szoboszlai a lot. Why?
Oh,
It's
yeah, a
because
lot.
he could do a lot of protecting for him as well. He could be the playmaker from the left-sided midfielder role. If Szoboszlai needed to go and shuttle across and screen across and, you know, get back and protect Robbo last season, that happened. If he didn't do it, it was Diaz acting like a left back on many, many occasions. His counter press was unbelievable. So he was stopping the ball coming in to midfield at source. And if it got through him, he got the legs to get back and protect his left back and left-sided midfielder.
Yeah.
These dynamics and these triangles, Liverpool have been missing so much. There's so many players who are missing different traits of the players that are left the club.
Yeah,
they'll take time.
100%.
Those relationships will take time. But we've been talking about it. How many players through this team want to defend? Who have got natural defensive traits? Not many.
Yeah.
And are you surprised why we're struggling?
There's that age-old statement, isn't it? Like you need a lot of water carriers to be able to. What is it? Piano players and water carriers, and we've got a team of piano players. It feels at the moment. I was just going to say. Then you talked about McAllister very briefly on what's called. What's put me pops there? He's getting a double whammy. Ask the boys, why did he play 3 at the back against Palace? He did play 3 back for the period. Endo played right side of and Gomez played alongside Fabinacci. Who did he play alongside?
Gomez, Endo, and
Robertson. Yeah, of course. I don't think he could do that, do you? And play Kirkes and Bradley as wing backs.
The only reason why I think I tweeted it during the game that. And the manager confirmed it later on. He goes, I wouldn't see too much into it. I'll be honest. He picked that side. If he picked that side with 4 at the back, we would have lost that game 6-0.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah,
but
it was
the only way it was
damage
limitation from minute 1. And we surprised them for the first
10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
We looked all right.
We just didn't carry a threat enough, did we? If we'd have had Ekitike through the middle and Chiesa on the right, we might have carried a bit more threat, but they were able to just close us out dead quick. But I do think in a mad sort of way, it's almost a bit of an ego thing. Oh, we can't possibly play 3 at the back because that would mean that we've totally ripped all our plans up and our attitude is now, we're not acting like a big club, we're doing this. But maybe if it's to get us through a period to build a bit of confidence, then maybe it's an idea. But what I was going to say, sorry, very quickly is, we're talking about McAllister there being linked with Madrid. I don't think they paid 10 pence for him at the moment, but they're not renowned for paying big fees.
Yeah.
And based on the fact that we've always been linked with them, do you reckon there's a world where they could do a swap for Tchouaméni?
I'd ask for Camavinga.
Would you? Instead of Tchouaméni. Yeah, Tchouaméni's probably getting on a bit now, is he? 28, 29, something like that.
He's more disciplined, he's got natural frame, but I think we need someone who can eat up ground.
You don't think Camavinga's too much similar to Gravenberch?
No, because I think he's a really good technician. He can he can slow the build up down if he really wants to. He can carry the ball if he wants to, but he's just an all-round brilliant footballer.
Yeah, good footballer, yeah. A few more super chats, mate. Unks
is in the house, feeling optimistic as ever. Be realistic. We won't win. Fire and fury won't stop Salah's selfishness. Rodgers will slide through our soft centre like a knife through butter. Villa 3, Liverpool 1.
You know what? I have to say, I love Unks' photo because it looks like he's been on a train journey for about 7 years. He's just always on that train every time he comes on.
Oh.
Rodgers will fly through our soft centre like a knife through butter. Unks, come on. Where's the positivity?
Big up, Emmy, man. Big up, Emmy.
We need to be playing 3-4-1-2. I can need a calculator. 3-4-1-2 and or diamonds. Play to our players' strengths. Also, have you noticed we don't move? I have noticed how we don't move. Only Chiesa moves off the ball. You know what, Chiesa, honestly, he was as outstanding as you could be in a team like that. He did not stop all night on Wednesday.
Yeah.
He was brilliant. He got serenaded a few times. And if he's, I don't think he'll start on Saturday tomorrow, but if he's not first sub, I'll be fuming because he was brilliant from, in comparison to the game situation. 3-4-1-2.
It's basically a 3-4-3, isn't it?
Yeah, 3-4-3, yeah.
3-5-2. Call it how.
Yeah.
A lot of people call it 3-4. You've got the 10 behind the 2. But I'm not there. Whether it's a diamond, whether it's a 3-5-2, 3-4-3. They do rely, especially the 3-4-3, a lot on the wing backs. And although we've got the wing backs, I'm not there for Liverpool. Have got so much quality. Look, you can call Salah what you like, but he's still, our main creator. Wirtz is still our main creator. I don't want our 80% of our creativity and hope and responsibility or our fullbacks providing that. I'm not there yet, and I don't think I'm ever going to be there, because you have to understand what bottles the league. Yes, it's not working. Yes, it needs tweaks, but it's not. We've still got Van Dijk. We've still got good defenders. We just need to sort out the structure. We need to drop back up 5-10 yards, win the second ball. We need to make those sort of situations, tweaks, because we're still creating chances. But we just need to rein it back a bit, make it a bit more difficult. Don't allow the other team to win those second balls. Play Szoboszlai, Gravenberg, and whether it's Wirtz dropping in, and telling Salah to drop 5-10 yards. And if it means Salah getting 70-80 minutes, then so be it. At the moment, teams are going long really early, so we're not winning the ball higher up the field. And when it does go, we're committing too many. We're still with this 4-2-4 press, generally speaking, and we can't win the second balls. So how many times have you seen Van Dijk or even Kanate win that ball aerially, where they're not even being challenged? Generally speaking, and they're just waiting for the second ball. They're just waiting for the second ball. So those are the sort of things that I need the manager to change, because they are not easy. The whole world has seen those sort of problems. The whole world, every single pundit on TV is talking about them. So why aren't you making those changes? But at the moment, he's stuck and he's in a dilemma, Ben, there, where he's thinking, you know what? Surely the likes of Salah and Ekitike and Isak and Wirtz and Gakpo are going to be starting to take these chances. That's what he is riding his hope on, that sooner rather than later, these boys will start taking the chances. And before the opposition's first set piece comes or their first chance comes, will already be 2-0 up. That's what he thinks. Or even it might even not come, because we'll take our chance and we'll control the game a lot better.
A lot better, See that stat on Gakpo? Something like 17 goals at GA in 17 at Anfield. His record at Anfield is superb. The last 17 games, I think it was. So, he's consistently scoring. Ekitike is generally playing well, and Salah's Salah, and so you just hope that, as I say, it can turn tomorrow.
We just
the clock's gone now, mates. That's good.
The clocks have gone back, but Liverpool have gone back as well. That's the problem. But I think we just need to make sure we get the ball to our creators. That has been the biggest problem for Liverpool this season, Ben. We just need to find a way to get the ball to them. And
they're too deep when they get it.
Yeah.
Feels like they're so deep. Mute. A few more super chats. Oh, look at that. From Monks. Oh, sorry, one more from Emmy. Midfield. No shit, Sherlock.
Stop inverting the fullback. Well, Emmy, look, our fullback hasn't. He doesn't. Slot is not a big fan of inverting the fullback, as where traditionally we saw the likes of John Stones coming into midfield from a centre back position. Zinchenko coming, Trent coming with the Pep Linders days. He likes them to just stay in that just outside the block where you can receive it from the opposite fullback and then run. How many times did we see Trent play like a little? I don't know what the golf. I'm not into golf, but it's a little
Chip shot.
It's a chip shot.
Little sand wedge.
Yeah, little sand wedge. I don't know my golf, but a little sand wedge. I'll go with you. I'll trust you on that, Ben. And Robbo was driving with the ball, even though it was inside. It was fine because the space was there. It was behind the strikers, behind the midfielders, and he was going. And if we lost the ball, he was still there with the counter press and the compact structure. So that's what he likes. That's what he likes. And Kirkes was doing it even in a 3-4-3 shape. And it was also a way of keeping an eye out on Ismail Assar. And he mentioned that after the game. But that's what he likes. And the reason why I also don't like the diamond formation or the 3-4-3, because it has a big reliance on Kirkes and Bradley, whoever is playing that wing back role, is because of the manager's principles. At the moment, he wants the separation out wide in the wing areas with his wingers. He wants those 1v1 duels between Gakpo and the right back, Salah and the left back. He doesn't want the right back to be standing up their left back. He just doesn't want it, because over a season, Salah and Gakpo are going to create more output than our wing backs. So I think that's another reason why I don't want to. I want them to facilitate the attack. I want them to be providing the third man runs with the stability of a proper DM, protecting them and shuttling across if we has to.
Yeah.
That's what the scenario that we need to create with them. But at the moment, it's too open, and the moment they go, and I was explaining in one of the tactics shows a couple of days ago, we miss a passer from deep. And I've been calling for Curtis Jones, and I know Curtis Jones isn't a Trent, but he's a retainer. He's technically secure. He can connect with the number 6. He can pass it. He's not a Trent, but he's not bloody. I don't know who to call him. He's not Bradley as well. I think he's a better passer than Bradley. But Bradley's obviously got more intensity. But that intensity is not, because people keep talking about it. We need them to drive into space. But where's the space? We're not Bournemouth. There's no space. Every single week.
They're all so deep.
It's all so deep. So you need proper quality coming in. You know that ball
into traffic all the time.
You know that ball that a commander played for Crystal Palace for their second goal?
Yeah.
That is the ball that we're missing.
Yeah, absolutely. But the ball came from somebody running off it as well. It was like a little 1-2, and then he just broke into the space, and another man drew him out, and he just slipped him in, and jobs are good. But yeah, few more super chats. Sorry, we missed that one from Monks then. He was telling us about his. My pick is me on the train to Lime Street the day we slapped Madrid. How can I be positive when our manager has no problem throwing a match? Pathetic. Not happy, Unks, is he? You're not happy, man?
Unks is not on the slot train.
Another one from Emmy. He's in the zone tonight. You're a pay rise, Emmy. We
Emmy's always supporting, man. Big up, Emmy.
He's all supporting. Thank you very much. We need to stop focusing on Salah and instead focus more on getting the strikers touches. I agree. Our second ball has been shocking. Need more players in midfield. Yeah, absolutely, mate. That's what we've been saying, isn't it? And then he goes again as well. Thank you. We are more fluid when we don't focus on Salah. Yeah. Here's one, Asim. If you could have one player tomorrow night who has a brilliant game, who would you want it to be?
Ooh, it's a good shout. It's either Salah or Wirtz for me. We need them because everybody has been talking about it, asking most of the questions. How do we turn around our form? And I've been saying, look, because of the personnel issues, I can't see a quick fix unless he does something radical. But the only way he gets away with it is one of our stars catches fire.
Lights up, yeah.
Catches fire for two. Obviously, the ideal situation is, Isak and Wirtz and Salah. But
and then they pass the baton, and there's always one of them who's on fire.
But I think I want to say Wirtz.
Yeah,
But
that's my answer.
I'm leaning towards Salah.
I just think with Vert is if he has a brilliant game, then it sort of suggests that whoever he creates will score. Whatever he creates, somebody
fair
will
enough.
score. So it sort of doesn't bother me. Whereas obviously it'd be great if it was Salah, and you think you would probably win the game if he had a brilliant game because he probably scored 2 or 3. But if it's Vert, then you just feel like the whole shape and structure would go the way you want it to go. But yeah, interesting. You looking forward to it, or you nervous?
You know, Villa, traditionally, especially Anfield, because since Emery has come, because of that high line, I've always been confident against
Always
Villa.
give us a chance. Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't had a bad game against Villa at Anfield from what I remember, at least for the last 3-4 years.
I remember
when Gerrard-
Ramsey terrorising us a couple of times in the last couple of years. He scored a couple of goals against us, but we always get chances. You're right. We always score goals. Flipping heck. Nunes scored goals against them. But you're right, though. We had Trent dropping the balls over the top, and that's where we've got to see if we can do that. But then let's hope that Vert can do that a few times as well. But there isn't a huge amount of pace in the attack. I suppose Ekitike's got the pace, hasn't he? Without a doubt, he's key tomorrow. But they've got to show up. They've got to show up.
Emmy is again. Thank you so much, Emmy.
He is legend.
I think you're wrong, Asim. The more I think about it, Gay, he would have replaced Brobo, and we would be playing 3 at the back. What I would say, I agree with to some extent. We would have been playing 3 at the back. I agree, but from a 4 at the back on paper, where I could have seen Gay start at right back or left back, and then on the ball it would have been Gay, Verge, and Kanate, and the right back or the left back, depending where Gay would have played. Is gone.
And he plays the other full back.
Yeah, so we don't need to do it. We don't need to use an extra defender. And that's why I think it's always suboptimal. Yes, it would have given us the 2 options of the wing backs in Kirkes and Bradley if we were playing it at 3 at the back. But the best managers always like to build from a 3 from a 4 on the paper. I don't think we're United, where our centre-backs defenders cannot defend in a 4. Delay in a 4 would look like, you'd be scrambling around all over the place.
Fish out of water,
Fish out of the water. Again, Maguire, fish out of the water. So these sort of players need 3 at the back. Gay, even though he's been really secure in a back of 5 system at Palace, he is so good at coming into midfield with either his left foot or right foot. So he would have come into a really sound scenario where he would have been the ball player alongside Van Dijk. And then if you've got someone like Kanate mopping up as well, I think that would have been the option rather than starting with 3 centre backs and going with the wing back system.
Yeah. What's this one there? You just starred one. Asim Ben, how many goals do you reckon Isak gets this Prem season?
How many goals do I was having this conversation with my nephew today. He's a bloody Man United fan, and he says, "Look, and
poor kid."
Poor kid. No, he's very hopeful these days,
Oh, they're going to win. The Arsenal's biggest challenges now, apparently.
Yeah, 100%. And he was raving about Sesko. I go, you know what? And we got talking Isak, and I said we may not see the best of Isak this season. But to answer the question, how many goals is he on? 1?
1, yeah.
1.
It's all about fitness for me. Like, he's capable of getting 10 in 10. If he hits his straps, no problem. But it's whether he'll find any sort of level of fitness at any point in this season. I'd like to think he will. I still think I'd be very, very disappointed if he get 15 goals between now and the end of the season. All comps.
I'm just worried about his injuries, Ben.
Yeah, it is a concern. Like, but then surely they must have had a good think about that and thought, you know what, it's worth the risk because of what his output is when he is at his best. But he's missed a period for Newcastle pretty much every season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Apart from, I think last season was probably his best season in terms of fitness.
Yeah.
But he has missed games. Unks again. He's on fire.
Have you about the matchup between Kamara and Onana versus Mac 10 Gravenberg? So yeah, those two are very physical. Concert is in top form. Yes, you know what? I forgot to mention Concert. He looked really good against City. And Torres and Cash are great on set pieces. Great finish by Cash last season. I don't know if you saw it, Ben.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, last week against City.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good for set piece, wasn't it? And then he just pulled to the edge of the box and just drilled it. Flipping heck, Unks. I might go and have a bet on Villa now.
You know what? Salah needs to have a really good game against Dinia, you know.
He does, yeah, he does.
He does.
What did you guys think of Ramsey? Is he an option? I thought he played really well, but I also think you got to remember the context of the game. And to be fair, Palace are a very good side, and they played nearly their best 11. But he just looks a tiny bit short of top level match fitness and a tiny bit lightweight in terms of physicality for me. Technically, I think he looks really competent, but I just think currently the shirt's Ramsey's, and he's gonna stick with him on Saturday.
People are asking about.
I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if he's not on the bench. I don't think there'll be that's not beyond the realms at all.
I won't be surprised if he's not on the bench.
At all. Yeah.
Call it up. There's no watch along tomorrow, Ben.
No watch along tomorrow.
Busy.
Definitely
be a post match show.
Post-match show, yeah.
There'll be, what time is it?
It's 8 o'clock kickoff.
I can't do a team news show tomorrow, but there's 100% there will be a post-match show.
Can we just say really a big thank you for this super chat, but not actually answer it?
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Oh, you're mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, go on.
I was going to ask you the exact same thing. That just close your eyes and think about if we lose tomorrow. It's gonna. You know what? It's gonna be twice as bad. Why, Ben? It's because the team that he picked in midweek. If he wins, nobody talks about midweek. If he loses tomorrow, people are gonna lose their shit because of midweek and because of the fact that we lost Villa.
But yeah, in all seriousness, I do think the performance is a factor. Like if we absolutely batter them and have like 3 times the XG, hit the post a few times, and then they nick one, or then you sort of like think to yourself, well, what can you do? You just got to wait for it to turn. But then equally, they could absolutely batter us. We play shit and then find a way to win 1-0. So it's like obviously the win's the better one, but you want to see a performance, don't you? You want to see a change in performance. That's the key for me.
We deserve a performance.
Will come. We do deserve a performance, yeah. And I have said it as well. I know we had the United game at home, and we had the midweek game at home, but all of our big games recently have been away, and I do think a real Anfield crowd is key. When the chips are down, you need your support behind you, and you need your support backing you. So I'd like to think that will go a long way tomorrow. We've got a massive week now. Huge week with 2 games at home. So if we can just find a way to win tomorrow, then the momentum will go in on Wednesday, and they'll scream the house down on Wednesday against Real Madrid. And then City is just, we roll the dice then, because they'll be shattered if they play Real Madrid on Wednesday, and they'll have to probably go with the same team. And City, I think, will probably rest 10 against whoever they're playing in the Champions League in midweek, probably like Karabakh or something. And it'll be a roll of dice job against City, and we'll just wait and see. We might just have to sit in ourselves, put 10 men behind the ball, and see what we can do. But I'd take that. If you could only have 2 results, then what would you be? Would it be Villa and City?
Yeah. At least
same.
we can recover in the Champions League. As long as we get through, it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Would you have no problem if he benched 4 or 5 against Real Madrid, we lost, and then got a result at City?
I'd take that right now.
Yeah, so would I. Right, mate. Oh no, sorry, a few more. They keep coming. The people have spoken again. Watch along. No, mate, I'm afraid not.
Sorry, Alex. No. We're back against Madrid.
Resource challenges.
Resource challenges, man. I would have done it, but I'm actually somewhere once a month. And the thing is, if it wasn't an 8 o'clock kickoff, could have done it.
Yeah, and Sheen's still away as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Jean's back.
And it's
He should be back for the Real Madrid game.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And then Unks to finish us. Isak will get a few goals no matter how fit. If we're on it, get him on the ball in spaces if he runs into it. If we lose, it's no news. We are not favourites. Villa are favourites tomorrow, are they?
Alex is saying, FaceTime me to watch Asim, surely. 4 a.m. Honestly, I don't know how these guys do it, man. Big up. You know what? Shout out
Legends.
to those, Liverpool fans all over the world, because they do get a bit of stick. Oh, glory hunters and this and that. Never been to
You're
Anfield.
not real, you're not real Reds and all this, and you're not
honestly, shout out.
bullshit.
It's not easy waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, putting the telly on and watching, because you can't go to sleep, especially if you're lost.
Yeah.
If you win, you can go back to sleep. But if you lose, you ain't sleeping. And big up to all the
honestly,
guys around the world.
A little story to finish. I used to when I was younger, my mates take the mick out of me for it. But when I worked on nights, so I was off during the day sometimes. So I used to be one of those weirdos that used to go to Melwood and stand on the bins and watch them train. And I remember one time there was some kids on the left hand side, like got out of school or whatever, to watch them. And then there was this lady, and she stood there on her own, just trying to get up to watch them and stuff. And I was like, "You're a bit random. Like, what are you doing here?" Sort of thing. And just got talking to her straight away. You could recognise her accent. She'd flew all the way from Australia.
Wow.
For 4 days she'd come to Australia just and she said she'd been saving up to go to watch Liverpool once for like 12 years or something, I think it was. And it was like, from that moment I think to myself, don't care who you are or where you are on this planet, if you love the Reds, then you're a fan. End of story. No different to somebody who lives in flipping Kirby or Toxteth or West Derby like me.
Brilliant. 100% good note to finish on. Sorted, Ben. Thank you very much for jumping in.
Great show. Great show.
And we're back tomorrow. Are we doing a post match tomorrow? Hopefully,
based on the results. Subject to results.
Oh my God.
We reserve the right to conduct a show tomorrow.
Read the small print.
Read the small print. Survey your terms and conditions. Oh dear. Right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's quickly check the super chats just in case there's been late ones. No. Okay, people, we're all smiling at the moment. It could be just like this, but it could be a lot worse tomorrow. Let's hope it's not the case. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. If you're watching the show later on, please let us know what your thoughts are, how you're feeling for the big game. Until tomorrow, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care and good night. Bye for now.
And God bless.